Hello, good day. This is Michael Aman here, and today we would like to do a review of the Ultimo Crypto Card solution. This review is being done by the Computer Guy. I want to start with a quick disclaimer that the Computer Guy is not a financial advisor. These reviews do not constitute financial advice. Reviews are for informational and educational purposes, in alignment with the goal of making technology work for you. The reviews are 100% voluntary. I'm not being paid by any organization or platform to do any review of any product or service. Okay? The Computer Guy may be a customer of some of the products being reviewed to get to understand how some of these services work. All right? And any participation in any of these products or services reviewed is totally up to the viewer. Now, while we're looking at Ultimo, we know that there are some persons who are looking for a crypto card solution, a way to off-ramp the crypto that they have earned, whether in their trading or in whatever type of platform they may have that may be saving in crypto and or accumulating rewards in crypto, as the case may be, because cryptocurrency and digital assets are really on the rise. This year, at the time of recording, the value of Bitcoin has crossed 100,000 for one. Just 1 year ago, around the same time, it was around 30 to 40,000 for one, and signs are showing that the adoption is increasing worldwide. So as persons are getting more and more into cryptocurrency, even trading platforms are accepting cryptocurrency for deposits as well as withdrawals. Persons are looking for some tool or some platform that would allow them to offload, right? So one of these solutions is actually provided by Ultimo. So we're going to go through this review as we would with other reviews, with some highlights of starting off with the highlights of the solution. What are the services and benefits being offered? What are the services being offered? Who is the issuing company and any compliance matters? Where is this product or service available by region? What's the cost of acquisition or starting up with the platform? What are the supported digital assets that are used? What are the fees for doing the transactions, as the case may be, usage fees, and any daily or monthly limits? What support is available? Are there any online or social media platforms to support the product, right, or that the company promotes? Information. If there's any referral program as well, to any incentives for sharing the platform with others. We're going to then look at the pros and cons, right? What are the benefits and what are things that may be good and what things that may not be as good, and then we're going to look at who this is for. All right. So we want to start off by looking at some of the highlights, and these are some of the highlights of the UltimoPay to start up front. So if you are just browsing and you just want to get the highlights, these are the highlights. But we're going to go into more details of these as time goes on. First highlight of Ultimo is that it is linked to an offshore bank account, right? And it provides a crypto card that is backed by Visa or works on the Visa and UnionPay card networks. Okay, it's a Union or Visa UnionPay debit card. When one registers with the platform, they get access to what they call a platinum wallet. That's where you have your crypto assets, and the crypto assets are available in Bitcoin, USDT, USDC, and Solana. There are no loading limits, meaning that one can load 5,000, 500,000, 5 million, or whatever it is on the platform. There's no loading limits. There's no loading fees. There's no fees to load the platform, and also no spending limits. So one can have $1 million on the card and use it. We're going to go into the details on those as time goes on, as we delve into the review. There are high ATM withdrawal limits, meaning that one can withdraw a large amount via ATM. Of course, this is dependent on the ATM itself and the capacity of funds that it can hold. There's options for crypto loans as well. Okay, one can loan using the crypto as collateral. One can borrow and repay on the platform itself. And when one starts, you get an opening balance of 150 US. They do include a referral program as well. So let's go into the details of some of these, right? We're going to first look at some of the other information provided by the company and their social media channels. It's an offshore banking with a premier bank in Laos that was established since 1989. So it's around for a number of years. Okay, the card is available in Visa and UnionPay, and you can see an example of what the card looks like there. It has the chip solution, and it also has the tap to pay solution facilities that comes with the card. There's a crypto to fiat off-ramp solution. So if you have crypto and you want to convert it to cash, this is a solution for that. Has one of the low account opening fees in the market, particularly for those looking for offshore banking solution. And there's an offering of a 1.5% interest yield annually. And low transaction fees at 70%. There's the option as stated for Ultimo loans. There's the 1% APY. And there's also, you can transfer funds to family and friends who also have an account for free. There's free account-to-account transfers, right? This is a good solution for those who are in the remittances industry, which is a multi-million-dollar industry. Families who are sending funds to other family members and friends internationally. All right. And of course, there's the referral option. Persons can refer a friend and get 50 US. Boom. The company has partnered with security leaders in the blockchain space, including Bitco, ShiftMarket, and Fireblocks. And of course, there's a lot of support. There's support on social media. There's support on the web. There's support via email. There's website support, as you see there, right? And there's also the Telegram group. So let's look at the information provided on the website itself. Okay. So UltimoPay Platinum Visa Debit Card. So it is a debit card, and it allows you to unlock the value of your crypto assets and keep the upside potential. Right? So you can load it with crypto. It can be used online. It can be used offline for shopping, withdrawals. It's a physical card. It's a yellow physical card, and it is linked to an offshore bank account available in Visa and UnionPay. Alright, as stated, it's linked to an offshore bank account. You can open a USD account in this bank, right? And the card is available worldwide. Once you order the card, it can be delivered within 10 to 15 banking days to your address, wherever you are in the world. Okay? Once the KYC is approved. And once you have the card, there's no spending limits, high ATM withdrawal limits. You can go to any ATM around the world and withdraw once it supports Visa and UnionPay. Now, this is very interesting because I went to a country once and I had a MasterCard debit card, and I was not able to withdraw anything from any regular ATM because the ATM did not support MasterCard. It did support Visa and it did support UnionPay though. So Visa is accepted by more places. I think even whether or not it is accepted, it's useful to have access to multiple cards. Someone can have Visa and a MasterCard. So in case one is in a zone that accepts one but not the other, you're still good to go. But Visa tends to have a slight edge in terms of number of merchants that accept Visa internationally. Okay. So you can use UltimoPay to exchange crypto. You can exchange your USDT or BTC to USD. There's a wallet that you get where you can exchange your crypto. If you choose sell, it will convert the crypto to fiat currency. If you choose buy, whatever US currency you have in that account, you can then buy crypto with it, right? As the case may be. So you can load the USD to your personal offshore bank account. We're going to get into that, okay? So once you have the USD, you can then load it to your UltimoPay card to withdraw the fiat from an ATM anywhere in the world, as the case may be. Right? So offshore banking, spoke about that. When you apply for the card and the application is approved and the account payment is settled, you will receive your card within 10 to 15 days. You can load your bank account directly through your UltimoPay Platinum wallet. Right, so let's go. So those are the highlights. Those are the main features and benefits of having an Ultimo account. So let's go into who the issuing company is and what sort of compliance do they have. Right, so the Joint Development Bank is the name of the bank, and it is one of the major banks in Laos. In fact, it is probably one of the, I think it was a national bank that was created back in 1989. Right, and it has been a valued and is still a value of the Association of Southeast Asian Nations and the International Finance Corporation. They have also secured what we call a fintech license, a license for cryptocurrency business transactions. So it's a full-fledged bank, and of course they've linked with Visa and UnionPay, which have acceptance in many countries and territories around the world. Some people may be asking, well, is Laos? Laos is actually in Southeast Asia, that is south of China, and in fact it is bordered by Myanmar, which was formerly known as Burma, by Myanmar and China to the northwest, Vietnam to the east, Cambodia in the southeast, and Thailand to the west and southwest. It is in fact the only landlocked country in Southeast Asia. It's not near the sea. Right, and the official language spoken is Lao. So one once goes to the website, they would see the scribbly looking language there. That's Lao. It's the official language of Laos, officially known as the Laos People's Democratic Republic. And some different ethnic groups, and the main religion is Buddhism, then a couple others, of course. Right, so the bank, there is a website for the bank, the JDB Bank. I did go and research, and I found the website for the bank. It's jdbbank.com, and they offer personal banking, corporate banking promotions, and of course there's the Lao language that I wouldn't be able to translate, but they do have an English page where the relevant multilingual information is translated in the language of your choice. It's English, Spanish, and other languages available to view the pages. Okay, so there's also an app, as you can see, available on the App Store. With the banking solution, you have access to deposits, fixed deposits, current loans, typical banking services that is available. Right, so this is what is going to be linked to the Ultimo card. In fact, one gets the Ultimo card, in the back you would see that it is issued by the JDB. It's issued by the Joint Development Bank. You see there's an option for international money transfer via SWIFT, right? So those are some of the services provided by the Joint Development Bank themselves. So there also is the offering for mobile banking. You would have heard me referring to the app just now. The UltimoPay accounts are connected to the JDB banking application, and you can get that through the mobile device with the JDB Yes application. Right, so this is what the JDB application logo looks like. It's called Yes. Right, and if you were to go to Google Play, you can install it, and you get some of the screenshots as to what it looks like. And on Apple Play Store, you'll also find this as well. Okay, you get some screenshots as to how it operates and stuff, and you also get the explanation, a little bit of a preview. It's the mobile banking service from the Joint Development Bank, and you can do different things, check your balance inquiry, online account statements, and so on, which are typical with a banking application. So you do have access to a full banking application on the app, which is linked to the UltimoPay solution. Okay, so let's look at the availability by region. UltimoPay is easy to issue in many countries. They proclaim that they would have a worldwide issuance of the debit card, right? So it can be opened online, comes with an issuance of a debit card, and you have worldwide acceptance at ATMs, worldwide account access as well. When they say worldwide, trust me, they do mean worldwide. And I went through the different countries. When one is registering, you have the different countries that one can choose to register, and this is basically mostly countries. What I found interesting is that even some countries that some other platforms do not allow access to their platforms from. Okay, like Afghanistan, United States, imagine that. Bosnia and Herzegovina, Cuba, Iran, Jamaica. Amazing. Jamaica, right? So persons in these countries can access the UltimoPay solution, and whereas with other solutions, they may not have as easy an access to. And it continues, Malawi, Malta, Mexico, Montserrat. You think of your country, and it should be here as well. Trinidad and Tobago, that's the country where I'm actually living, right? So we are seeing here Venezuela, Uganda, Pakistan. Some of these countries are also have some limitations in getting some crypto card solutions, and it can be found here at Ultimo. Acquisition cost. To start up an offshore account, remember the niche that UltimoPay has is that they actually allow access to an offshore account. How much do you need to open an offshore account if one were to seek to have that done? If one were in Belize, you need to have a minimum opening balance of 1,000 US. In Bermuda, they offer banking solutions as well, offshore banking. One would need to have $250 to over $1 million to open offshore banking accounts there. In the Cayman Islands, over 250,000 in some cases, right? In the Isle of Man, 5,000 to 50,000 British pounds. If you were to go and do a research on offshore accounts and to look for the minimum account balancings, opening balances to start those accounts, you would see these into the thousands, tens of thousands, hundreds of thousands just to open the account. Whereas via UltimoPay, one can have an offshore account for $600 US. Now, this information that I got here, I got that from the website. These are the best countries to open an offshore bank account in 2024. And it can be found on the website as I showed there, monito.com, which did its own research as well. So it is fairly well documented, and you can do your own due diligence on this. This $600 account opening fee constitute. $450 from that goes to issuing the debit card itself, and is actually towards opening the offshore account. And the opening deposit is $150. So once you get the card, you would find that the initial opening balance is $150 US. Okay, so together, $450, $150, that's $600, and it's then added to the account balance. Boom, there you go. Apply for the card. Well, this is what the dashboard looks like, right? Once one were to go to the option to buy card, you see UltimoPay cards, right? And you go to apply for the card. There's an option to apply. You'd first have to complete your profile, that is name, email address, telephone number, and all of that stuff. And then once that is done, opening the account is free, by the way. Once one registers with the account, they can complete their profile, and then they can upload their KYC information. This is the documents that's linked to the JDB. One will have to put in, like, of course, proof of ID, which can be a driver's license, passport, as the case may be, depending on jurisdiction, right? And then once it is approved, once the KYC is approved, then one can apply for the debit card itself. And when one is applying for the debit card, they have different options to pay for the card itself. This is to pay the $600. One can pay from Bitcoin wallet, from the USDT wallet, from the USDC wallet, or pay by credit card. So yes, you can apply for the card by paying with a traditional credit card. If one were to pay from the crypto wallets, the cost is 600. If it's USDT, it will be 600 USDT. As you see here, it's 600 USDC if this option for USDC is selected. If one were to choose to pay with Bitcoin, of course, Bitcoin fluctuates against the US dollar. So at the time of application, you would be given the actual amount of Bitcoin that would be worth 600 US at the time of the transaction. Once you hit accept by pay, it moves forward. If one were to choose to pay by credit card, right, the cost will actually be 650 USD. 650 USD. They accept Visa, MasterCard, and Union Pay. But the option to pay by credit card is not available. When I say not available, there are some jurisdictions where they do not allow the residents in their country to make purchases with their card. The card will be blocked if they are making a purchase in something that involves crypto or whatever limitations they may have. So, for example, in my country, we would not be able to apply for Ultimo using a local credit card because the local cards at this time would block this transaction. But also notice the cost is 650 US if paying by a credit card, because when loading by credit card, there are additional fees that are added to the transaction. So that's basically what it is. So if one wants to get it for 600, they would have to pay it through crypto. Okay. If they want to pay by credit card, the cost is a little bit more, but the option is there for persons who may wish to do so, right? So let's look at the assets that are stated before. As stated before, options are available for Bitcoin, Tether, USDC, and Solana. Solana is now supported, right? It was not always supported before, but it is there, front and center stage. And that is one of the things that's unique, because not all crypto debit card solutions support Solana, but Ultimo does. And basically, this is what the dashboard looks like. You have access. This is what they call the Platinum Wallet. The wallet gives you access to fiat wallets, which is the US dollar account, and the card account is different. So one can have, let's say, 500,000 available in the US dollar account, but you want to limit how much you can spend, so you can load $500 or 500 USD on the card if you wish. Or you can load the full amount. You load or charge the card based on how much is in the US dollar account, right? And for persons who have crypto, they can choose to deposit in any of these assets, Bitcoin, Solana, Tether, or USDC, as the case may be. So the deposit and withdraw buttons apply to doing transactions with crypto. You withdraw to a crypto wallet, or you deposit from another crypto wallet. If you want to convert these to fiat currency, one would have to choose to sell. So if you have USDT, Bitcoin, or whatever, you choose sell, and you can choose to convert whatever crypto you want to sell. Let's say USDT. Let's say you choose 40 US. You hit sell, boom, approximately 40 US would appear in the US dollar wallet. If one were to choose buy, then if you have, let's say, 500,000 in your US dollar account, you want to buy 1,000 in Bitcoin, you want to buy 3,000 in Solana, they would all be deducted from the US fiat account. So you see there? So it's all managed within this account. And note that this part of it comes free when one registers for Ultimo, even if you don't buy the card physically. Okay, one has access to this wallet where they can actually interchange between US and crypto. Okay, so if one were to deposit USDT, some persons may wonder, okay, well, which networks are supported? Which blockchains are supported? The USDT networks supported are the ERC20, that's on the Ethereum network, or TRC20 on the Tron network or BEP20 on the Binance Smart Chain network. Right? So there's different platforms that are available by these different networks. Ethereums tend to be a little bit expensive, but the option is there. Some platforms only support ERC20, so this is important to have. Whereas the modern trend is more towards Tron and even the BEP20 networks. Okay, so usage fees and daily and monthly limits. These are bundled together because the information presented by Ultimo is bundled. Okay, so Ultimo Platinum Wallet. This is the wallet. It's not dealing with the card as yet. This is just dealing with the wallet alone, with the access to the fiat and the crypto wallets. Account registration is free, so one can simply register for an UltimoPay account. There's no annual maintenance fee or anything to get access to this wallet. This is the wallet that we just looked at. There's no deposit fee. If you send 100 USDT or 100 US worth in Bitcoin, you're going to receive the 100 US worth exactly. There's no deductions for depositing. However, in interchanging, there's a fee. Okay? So if you were to exchange 100 USDT into fiat currency, there would be a fee of 3%. So if you choose to sell your 100 USDT, the US account would register with $97 US, right? So there's an exchange fee of 3%. Cryptocurrency withdrawal. So if you were to withdraw from the platforms now to another crypto wallet, if you want to withdraw the USDT that you have in your back office, let's say you have 100 USDT and you want to send it to another USDT wallet, there is a withdrawal fee of 20 USDT. Okay? So whatever crypto you're going to withdraw, there's a $20 well, you can say minimum balance, but if you try to withdraw $21, you're gonna get less than $20. You get $1. Okay. So if you want to withdraw small amounts, it does not make sense. If you want to withdraw 50, you're gonna end up with 30 US, 50 to 30. Okay, because it's this $20 withdrawal fee plus 0.1%. If you withdraw 100, you're gonna get not even $80. You're gonna get 79.9 USDT or something like that, right? So be aware of what the cryptocurrency withdrawal fee is from the UltimoPay platform. Issuance. This is dealing with charges associated with the card now. Once one obtains the card, as stated before, to open the account, it's 600 US, of which 150 goes into the bank account balance. So it goes into the USD wallet, alright? If the card is damaged or lost or stolen, you can replace it for 10 USDT. USDT, 10 USDT as the case may be. There's no load fees for sending the wallet balance to the bank. And there's two items or sub-items related to the load fee. Delayed loading is free. Whatever you want to load to the bank, it can be done within 72 hours at no cost. If you want to, if there's a desire to load it on the same day, there will be a 1% fee for doing so. You are assigned an ATM, or when you can set your own ATM, I can't recall. But if you need to change the ATM PIN, it costs 10 USD. Same as the cost of replacing the card. If you have a request to see your ATM balance, you go to the ATM and you want to see what the bank balance is, there's no cost for that. However, if you do withdraw, there's a 0.75% withdrawal fee from the ATM, on top of whatever the local bank's ATM fees are for withdrawals, right? Maintenance fee for annual, there's $50 US annually for use of this card, 50 US annually. There's no monthly fees, there's the annual fee, and every 4 years, when the card is expired, to get a new one, it's 10 US for it. Don't worry, you don't have to fork out 600 US every time you want a card. It's 10 US every 4 years. There's no limits on payments and no limits on bank account deposits either. ATM limit, this is 20,000 US, and it can vary per country. But the withdrawal limit has more to do also with how much cash can an ATM dispense in any one transaction. What this means is that this does not mean that one can go to an ATM, punch in $15,000 and then get all of that from the same ATM. No. Many ATMs may have a limit of dispensing, like let's say 5, 10, 15 units of cash. So one may go and withdraw, let's say 3,000. One may go to withdraw 5,000. It depends on how much cash that the dispenser can hold. So one can go in, do the transaction, withdraw that limit, and then they can do another. Then they can do another transaction, withdraw, let's say 5,000. Then they can go back in, withdraw 5,000 again, and they can keep doing that at the same ATM or at different ATMs until they reach their daily limit of 20,000 US dollars. So that's one of the things that's available there. Note about loading though. Once one were to attempt to load, there is a cutoff time for loading. This says send the funds to the bank. Once were to deposit regularly, it would take up to 3 days, as stated before, to if it is done by 9 a.m. UTC. The loading will take, if it will be the same day, sorry. If it is done before 9 a.m. the same day, like if you want to send $500, $100 to the bank, same day. If the deposit is between 20,000 and 1 million, it would take 3 banking days to reflect on the account, right? And if more than $1 million is to be deposited to the bank, customer support will need to be notified in advance. It is possible to do it. I'm not saying they're not going to do it, but it will be done once customer support is advised, and they would have their regulations to follow, AML, source of funds, and all of that stuff. But once all of that is provided, the account can hold unlimited amounts as well. So there you go. So, the UltimoPay loan, as stated before, UltimoPay does offer a loan facility. And instead of having to look for a house and a car and different things to use as collateral, the Ultimo platform would allow BTC to be used as collateral. Right? One can borrow between 500 US and up to 10,000 US from the account, with a period of up to 10 months to repay, and the loan limit up to 50% of the loan to value. So you can borrow up to half of the amount of Bitcoin you have. So in other words, if you want to borrow 10,000, you need to have about 20,000 Bitcoin available. So why may one may ask, would I borrow? Why don't I just liquidate the Bitcoin? Do you see the price of Bitcoin? What's the risk of you were to liquidate your Bitcoin, and then 5-10 months from now, the value of the Bitcoin that you liquidated is double or even triple, as the case may be. So with this loan, it is you get to access the use of your Bitcoin and pay back towards the Bitcoin, while the Bitcoin that you hold as collateral, the value of that would then move with whatever the market, or however the market goes. All right. So there's an annual interest rate of 18%, and you can repay on the same day as the loan date, once a month. There's no penalties for early repayment as well, right? And when you're repaying, it will be done at whatever the daily rate is. Loan repayments can be facilitated through the bank transfers, through the sale of pledged assets, such as the Solana and so on. And there's also the option to repay through Wise and PayPal. If one does not pay by the due date, there will be a forced sale of the collateral, after 72 hours from the payment date. In other words, the collateral that is being held, some of it will be liquidated at 19.95% interest if you miss the due date. Okay? And if one wants to apply for the loan, this is what they do. They log into their dashboard, they select collateral loan, they choose how much they want to borrow, and the system will calculate how much of the Bitcoin will be used as collateral. So one will need to have, of course, at least twice the amount of the amount they wish to borrow available in their Bitcoin balance, right? And you would see immediately the loan contract validation date. If I did the test on the let's say the 5th of the 6th month, this is the 5th of June 2025, right? And one can start to repay from the 6th of March 2025. Actually, that's the validated contract. I did the test about a couple of weeks ago. So anyway, once you agree with the terms and conditions, you accept the loan, boom, you can start to borrow. There's no credit checks, there's no delays. One can borrow and start to use the USDT immediately. All right. In terms of support, what forms of community information channels are there? Well, the Ultimo is available. Of course, you have the UltimoPay website itself that you can get information on. There's also a Discord server where one can chat directly with the company. There's a Telegram group that's very active as well. And there's also channels available in Facebook, Instagram, and X, formerly known as Twitter. So if one were to go to the Facebook platform, you would see UltimoPay, you'd be able to see the photos and stuff that is issued by the company, and testimonials from users and so on there. As you can see, experience the security of a bank with the Ultimo account, right? This is the Facebook platform. As you can see, 694 likes, 829 followers, not much users on Facebook. In Instagram, there's a bit more, 631 followers. A lot of the users of these accounts, as stated, tend to be big business owners. Many of them may not actually follow Instagram and so on, but there are a couple hundred posts, right, that from which I got some of the pictures at the start of this review. Okay, and then you get access to the Linktree as well, which gives access to the various social media platforms. And at X, formerly Twitter, you would see here as well too the option to get updates and so on that comes from Ultimo. And on top of that, there's also a blog at the Ultimo website where they do give additional information which is more topical. As you can see here, Black Friday sale was recent, so there was an article on dealing with secure crypto shopping with Black Friday, using the Ultimo loans to maximize your crypto assets. Especially this came out soon or just before the Bitcoin crossed 100,000 for one, and how to celebrate Halloween with Ultimo. There are different things that are more topical, and so these blogs come every now and then. Also shows some information about the service itself, where UltimoPay takes the lead in off-ramp solutions and so on. Once you click on that, you get access to the article that provides more information. And as you can see there's several pages of information. So basically, you have the coverage also of the web and the email support, where they are very responsive as well. The referral program. As stated before, if you refer your friends, you can earn up to 50 USDT. So we're going to see how this works. Okay, in the back office, you can get a referral account. When you click on My Affiliate Links, you click on Affiliates, you would get to the My Affiliate Links. You see two sets of affiliate links. There's one which would actually take people just to the sign up page, and there's the second one which gives people access to the Ultimo page, the home page. When you're on the home page, you can then click on sign up and go to the home page. I recommend to use the second one, because if one is referring others, the people would want to know what is this about. With the second option, when you go to the Ultimo.io homepage, you get access to the information such as where it's available and the features and benefits in summary. And they click on sign up and they would be linked to you, right? So, and then when they do, and let's say they do register and purchase a card, then you're going to get commissions. As you can see here, you can actually see your commissions in the back office as well. The date and time that the users registered, or rather the date that they paid for their card. See, card issued. In this case, this person paid $600 to open their account, and they got a card issued, and it was approved. At the time it was approved, I was then awarded a commission of $50 US, right? And it was actually paid. So you can actually see whether it's pending or paid, the status of persons who register with your link, and it comes up in a tabular form, so you can actually track to see how your commissions are going. Commissions don't go when people register for Ultimo. Commissions are paid when people actually purchase a product, when they purchase the card. That's how that goes. If you notice, it's possible to register for an account for free and still refer your link to others without having to pay anything out of your pocket, right? So if you register with Ultimo and if you share Ultimo with others, and let's say 12 of these persons purchase the card, 12 times 5 is 60. 12 times 50 is 600. Okay? So that would be the amount for you to order your own card. So if one is very low out of pocket, you can technically get an offshore banking account solution for free if you know persons who are looking for an offshore banking solution. Look at that. Okay? So, boom, there you go. So what are the pros and cons? Well, what are the pros of Ultimo? Well, the pros. You get access to an offshore bank account. That's what you get with an UltimoPay account. Boom. There's some persons who are looking for this solution, right? For whatever reason, you can actually do research on offshore banks to find out the reasons that persons may seek to have an offshore banking account. One of them is the protection of their assets, where the US, particularly in their home country, may be fluctuating like mad, and they want to have their assets secured. They can convert their local assets to a US account and have it saved to protect the value of their assets. That's one reason people choose offshore accounts. There are other reasons as well. You can do your own research on that. Worldwide availability. This is a huge pro because there's some jurisdictions that do not allow that don't have platforms offering services in their country, right? So that's one pro as well. Visa Union Pay, huge network, boom. Some people may be looking for Union Pay. Some people may be looking for a Visa card, and Ultimo provides that solution. The availability of bank services such as the crypto loan and the APY on savings. This is something that may interest some people as well because other card solutions don't offer this. Because to have this offering, one would need to have the backing of a full bank, which Ultimo does. 0.75% transaction fees, 0 spending limits. This is huge for persons who have a need for this type of service. If you want to go and buy a car, a couple $100,000, swipe and it's yours. No card deposit ceiling. So you can load how much you need on the card itself. And of course, you have the widespread community support in the various social media platforms, web and email. And you don't need to pay to have a card yourself or to have an account yourself if you know other people who need the solution. And if you refer at least 12 persons who register for the card, you can basically get your account for free, technically. Right? There's some platforms where you have to pay first before you get access to any of the services in the platform. With Ultimo, you don't need to pay that $600 upfront. You can register for free, use the Platinum wallet itself, and even share the link, the referral link out, and then, you can actually get the card once you have sufficient funds. Or you can even save towards getting the card and the account yourself. So it gives that flexibility. So what are the cons of Ultimo? Well, one of the cons is the high card acquisition cost. Because there are cheaper crypto card solutions, Note that the other crypto card solutions may not have some of the banking solutions offered here. But if persons are looking just to get a crypto card to offload, that $600 may be a barrier for them. Okay, so if one is simply looking for a crypto card solution, they may not go with Ultimo. They may go with something else, unless they're in a country that don't allow access to other solutions. As I would say, if one is going to a football match and the game is sold out, some persons still go to the stadium and they would find people outside with their trench coats and say, "Hey, want one of these?" They'll pay a higher price to get into the game, but they have the ability to get in the game. So boom, if you're in a country that has any difficulty, there you go. No virtual card option. Some services provide a virtual card, and the advantage of a virtual card is that it's issued immediately, and if there's any risk of the account number or the card number being compromised, that can easily be closed and then a new one issued. If you have a physical card that is compromised, you have to wait another 10 to 15 days to get it reissued. And if you're traveling, it could be an inconvenience, right? So just be aware there's no virtual card option, and the fact that it is a debit card, right, means that it will not be accepted for things such as car rentals, for some hotel bookings, and so on. Okay, so I had a debit card. I went to travel at one time, and when I went to rent the vehicles, they were told that over the years policies have changed. They do not use debit cards to rent cars. So if you're traveling and so on, the Ultimo card may not work for you if you're looking to rent and also to access some services. The crypto withdrawal fees, if one is withdrawing from the crypto wallet to other crypto wallets, some may find that the 20 US may be a little bit high, right? But again, it depends on the user. If one is withdrawing, let's say 20,000 US worth in Bitcoin, for example, $20 may be something small for them. That's manageable. But if one only has, let's say, $100 or even 50, that 20 may be a little bit high, if you know what I mean, right? So it's fixed. So the higher volumes one works with, the less the impact of that service fee, but it is a bit high also compared to other options. So who is this for? This solution is good for persons in jurisdictions. This is in no particular order, by the way, but it is good for those who are in jurisdictions that don't have access to other crypto card solutions, right? So if one is in some countries such as Jamaica, Cuba, Venezuela, and they're looking for a card solution, Ultimo is one that can work for you. Okay, it's also for persons looking for an offshore banking solution with relatively little opening balance. So some may be looking for an offshore banking solutions. They don't have 10,000, they don't have 5,000 to open an account in Cayman Islands or Bermuda or some of these places. But they can open with as little as 600 US, up to 150 is yours as well. It is also for those looking for a platform that has access to bank benefits, such as APYs. It's sort of a passive income. Whatever you save in there, you get some interest on it. And also access to loans, bank-to-bank transfers. In other words, facilities of a bank is available with the Ultimo account, right? So it's good for those who have those. And also those seeking a solution with unlimited load and spending limits. So basically, that is good for persons looking for this. So some people ask me, Michael, what is the best solution? And I say the word best when you're dealing with a crypto card solution. It is a subjective term because there are different people, there are different clients with different needs. So we need to understand what each solution brings to the table so that one can choose it. I am not recommending, as I said, I don't give financial advice, right? I'm just presenting what the options are, and then the users can determine for themselves what they want to use, okay? So this is also good for persons seeking an off-ramp solution for Solana or USDC. There's some other crypto solutions, crypto card solutions that don't offer Solana. Ultimo does. So there you go. That's the top 5 who is this for? And as stated before, if one is interested in getting an Ultimo account, you can actually get the link. You can go in my Linktree account. You can go to linktr.ee /computerguy, or you can get it in the description of this video, and you can register your own account as well, right? So there you go. You can register for the Ultimo account for free, as stated before. If you have the means to pay for the card itself, you can go ahead and do so. If you don't have the means, you can refer it to others, and then you can get it yourself. So that would bring us to the end of this review done by the Computer Guy, where we seek to make technology work for you. I hope this review has been useful and helpful as you continue to look for your solution that this technology can help you. Thank you, and have a great day.